Alright, peace and love, Capricorn. Not sure how many people gonna log on, but peace and love, Capricorn. Um, I'm gonna wait until some people log on, and so right now, um, I'm gonna do a reading, and I'm gonna ask God what He want me to do. Right? Let me pour my little tea real quick. Shout out to everybody that been supporting the movement. I just came back from performing. We had like almost 2,000 people in the live too. That's kind of dope. People donated. I appreciate it. You know. So I really like, I really like live a really good life. You know what I mean? I don't got everything I want, but I live like a really good life, right? So y'all know the situation with my baby mother, that she moved some nigga into the house around my daughter, right? And she already know I'm not in agreement with that shit, right? Okay. So now, me leaving performing, right? She gave this nigga my phone number, which is a violation. Or he either went through her phone, she gave this nigga my phone number, and this nigga calling my phone, threatening me, right? Talking about I'm a bitch ass nigga and I'm a pussy and all of this shit, right? I know this, what I know about the nigga, I know he ugly, because that's what my baby mother said, he ugly, right? I know he got 2 twin sons, right? I know his apartment was in the Bronx, right? So I got a nigga threatening me that's in the house with my daughter, and my baby mother is behind the shit, like putting a little plug in the nigga back, right? So, I'm 41 years old, right? I come from the hood for real, right? I come from a real crazy ass place, right? And I'm very calculated, right? First of all, it's public that I don't like the nigga living in the house, right? Around my daughter, right? It's public because I'm online talking about it, right? Then, the nigga is calling my phone, right? Threatening me, right? So I'm like, talking all this shit. Now, where I come from, I'm just being honest. Where I come from, all I gotta do is call up my old neighborhood, right? Put some money on his head, right? Wait for the nigga to come outside that house, right? I'm just telling you where I come from, right? Niggas doing everything to violate, right? You're already around my daughter, right? You're already around my daughter, right? Then you're calling my phone, threatening me, calling me a bitch ass nigga and all this type of shit. You already violated, right? So where I come from, right? I could just call up the OGs. I could call up the niggas from my hood, right? I know he lived with my baby mother, so I know where my baby mother live at, right? We could plot outside, right? And as soon as he come out the door, they could take his fucking head off. Just like that, right? Literally, we could wait for him to come outside. We could sit out there all day because there's only one exit. We could watch what car he drive. We could do everything, right? Wait for the nigga to come outside and blow his fucking head off, right? That's what we do in the hood, right? Right? You got my daughter in the house, right? My baby mother gave you my phone number. Either you went through her phone, which is a violation on her part, right? It's no loyalty there. I'm your daughter's father, right? You got a nigga calling my phone, threatening me, and she kind of know me, right? You got a nigga calling my phone, threatening me, and a nigga already around my daughter, right? I said, that's what the hood would do, right? But then on the flip side, you know, I got a lot going for myself. First of all, the nigga ugly already. You know ugly niggas be mad. How do I know he ugly? Because my baby mother said he's ugly as shit. She even said his kids is ugly, right? So, I know niggas be mad because they ugly. He probably seen pictures of me. He mad because he ugly, right? But he already violated by calling my phone and threatening me, right? So you threatening me and you calling my phone and you around my daughter. And then my baby mother talking about, oh, Kyla like him. So you got my daughter around a nigga that's threatening her father, right? So you know the hood thing to do is take a couple of dollars, drop it off to the homies, wait outside for the nigga to come outside, take his fucking head off. But like I said, I survived too much in the hood, right? I survived too much shit in life to let a nigga trick me out of my life, or to let a nigga trick me out of my future, right? So I gotta really think and be calculated, right? Because I'm dealing with immature, ignorant motherfuckers, right? So that's what I want to do. Right? Just for a nigga being around my daughter and calling my phone threatening me, right? That's what I want to do, right? But that's not the smart thing to do, right? It's not the smart thing to do, right? First of all, my baby mother is a piece of shit. I don't fuck my baby mother. I don't want my baby mother. My baby mother is a fucking hood rat. And the fact that she put me in a predicament like this shows that she's a fucking hood rat, right? And don't make it look like I'm beefing over because that's my baby mother. I don't fuck my baby mother. I wouldn't fuck my baby mother. I don't give a fuck about my baby mother. My baby mother is a convict and she on some bum shit. And this is some hood rat shit that she put me in, right? So the smart thing I did was I document everything, right? So I documented the phone calls. I recorded the phone calls, everything that he sent, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, all I give a fuck, right? All I give a fuck about is my daughter. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about her kids. All I give a fuck about is my daughter. Is getting my daughter out of that house. Once my daughter is out of that house, they could be together forever. I don't give a fuck about what they do. All I give a fuck is taking my daughter out of this scenario, right? So, me being a Capricorn, me being smarter than that, that would be so easy for me to just kill this nigga. I'm talking on the internet about it. It would be so easy for me to put some money on his head and just kill this nigga. I know where he live at, right? All we gotta do is wait outside for the nigga. All we gotta do, and vice versa, he could do that same shit to me. But these the predicaments that bitches put niggas in, right? So I'm like, I survive from killing niggas. I survive all type of shit, right? So for me to let a nigga make me lose my freedom and take me away from my daughter, you know, I gotta be real smarter than that, right? So I text the nigga on the phone. I said, you right. Cause actually, you know, all of that calling on the phone and rah-rah shit is like some bitch-ass nigga shit to me. Like, that's what, he a Cancer. So that's a feminine sign. That's what a woman do, right? It ain't smart to do all of that shit, right? So, I'm like, I'm definitely not about to be going back and forth on the phone arguing with a nigga, cause I'm a motherfucking player and I don't do shit like that. You know, his real insecurity is because he ugly. My baby mother already told him that he insecure over me, right? And she gonna drop that nigga to the side anyway, just for doing shit like this. He think he look hard doing that, but when she lose custody of my daughter because of him doing this, she gonna be looking at that nigga like, she gonna be looking at the nigga like, you just made me lose custody of my daughter. Right? So I told the nigga, like, text a nigga on the phone. So I was like, all I give a fuck is about getting my daughter out of that house, right? And don't think I give a fuck about my baby mother. You can have her. You gonna find out what she about when you with her, right? You gonna find out what she about, right? And long as my daughter out of that scenario, I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. All that shit you just said, go, long as don't nobody touch me, nobody run up on me, I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. But my daughter has to get out of this house, right? So now, I'm gonna use the text messages and the phone calls that he sent me, plus all the other shit that she sent me, and I'm gonna use that to get custody of my daughter, full custody of my daughter, right? So I came online, because y'all know I come online to ask God to tell me how to handle this situation, right? Because if a nigga think they gonna run up on me, like, I'm definitely gonna defend myself. And if I gotta take a nigga life to defend myself, I will do that, you know? But I'm smarter than that, you know? I'm real smarter than that. to let some nigga trick me because we already, it's public, right? So that nigga end up missing. I'm the #1 suspect. That nigga wound up missing. I'm the #1 suspect. I mean, it'd be so easy for me to go over my baby mother's house, wait for that nigga to come outside and blow his fucking brains out in front of everybody. Because I'm capable of doing that. Right? I'm capable of doing that. Right? But at the end of the day, it'll come back on me. Because it's already proof that we got problems. Right? And I don't really, it ain't even like I got a problem with it. If my daughter wasn't in that house, I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck if he start beating my baby mother's ass. I don't care about none of that shit. Long as my daughter ain't around, I don't give a fuck about she on her fucking own. After this, after she got a nigga calling my phone, threatening me, I don't give a fuck about what happened to her. She on her own when it comes to that nigga. You know? My big thing is, this nigga got my daughter in the house, threatening what he gonna do to me, calling me bitch ass niggas, and I'm like, do this nigga know, like, it's so easy, like, to get you touched? Because I know where you live at. You might know where I stay at too, but I know where you stay at though. Right? But now I'm looking at my baby mother. You let a nigga call, so if a nigga lose their life, you're the reason behind this shit. These hood ass bitches. So now she in a whole nother field now. Now we can't even talk no more. Now we can't do shit. Now it gotta be all about the courts. Right? And I'ma use, you know, I got his number, the number he called me on. I recorded the message, him on the phone talking shit, right? And he think that's gonna help her. But when the mother lose custody of my daughter, she gonna be looking at that nigga like, nigga, you made me lose custody of my daughter being a bitch and acting emotional. Right? This is the shit that niggas deal with. I don't give a fuck about my baby mother. I don't want to fuck my baby mother. I don't even like my baby mother. But she'll sit back, right? She'll sit back and be like, niggas fighting over me. I'm not fighting over no fucking hood rat. He with a hood rat. He don't know he with a hood rat? He's a hood rat. He's with a hood rat. My baby mother is a hood rat. She would have that nigga living in the house and be fucking with some other nigga outside. You know? So, I told the nigga, you got it. You got it. I don't even want no problems. But I look like beefing with a nigga that got my daughter in the house. Nigga could do something to my daughter. Trying to get revenge on me. Right? So, and like I said, my life is great. You know, I'm a therapist. Y'all just seen me come from performing, so you like, I get a lot of love out here. And it's a lot of reasons why niggas be jealous of me, right? But for a nigga to think that I'm a bitch ass nigga, like I won't take your fucking life, is so sad that I don't know like what the fuck niggas be thinking about. I am a motherfucking Capricorn. My thing is, you know, I got cousins that's locked up for murder. You know? I refuse to a nigga to make me murder him and I go to jail for the rest. Nobody wins when you murder a nigga. I could murder a nigga tomorrow. I am the #1 suspect. I'm the #1. I'm the first one that the police gonna come. That nigga end up missing. And I know that. Gabby said, I'll take my baby mama to court because she's endangering my daughter. If you record everything dude say, so when he's deleted, you have insurance plan, self-defense, brother. Yo, if a nigga run up on me to do something to me, I will take a nigga life and it will be self-defense. That's why I got everything recorded. If a nigga think they gonna run up on me, like I'm not gonna have nothing on me, when it's beef time, please, niggas got it fucking twisted. I will blow a nigga brains out in broad daylight. And it would be self-defense because you already threatened my life, right? And I'm talking on the internet about this shit because this is shit niggas got to deal with. I got a nigga in the house around my daughter calling me, threatening me. What type of devil shit is that? What type of trap shit is that? Because my baby mother gave a nigga my phone number. What type of loyalty shit is that? But you love your daughter though. But you got a nigga call and threaten your daughter's father though. Right? This is some hood rat shit. And I talk about everything online, you know? Somebody says you weak for talking about that online. Why can't I talk about it online? There's evidence. Why can't I talk about it online? Because the courts could go back to this reading. If I ever had to body a nigga in the street, they could go right back to this reading and see everything that I was going through. You know? So you feel like it's whack talking about it online. Nigga, I'm going to court for this anyway. I'm snitching, nigga. Yeah, I'm snitching, nigga. I'm definitely snitching. I ain't no gang member, no shit like that. I'm snitching, nigga. When I go to court, this nigga threatened me, this nigga said this nigga said that, she did this. I'm snitching, nigga. This ain't no street rule shit. I'm telling the world what's going on in my life, right? Just in case I gotta murder a nigga or a nigga murder me, they know exactly who did it. I'm talking about my real life on fucking line, right? So, let's go to the tarot cards, because first of all, we sit here talking like I'm not an earth angel. We sit here talking like I'm not protected by the spirit world. My ancestors see everything that's going on. They see everything that's going on, right? And if a nigga think they gonna bully me out of being a father to my daughter, if you think you gonna play me like a pussy in front of my daughter, if you think we gonna touch each other and nothing gonna happen to you, right? You got another thing coming. You should never sleep on a fucking Capricorn, right? So I called up a couple people and put them on standby to let them know what's going on. You know, I called up. I ain't tell nobody to do nothing to nobody, but I definitely called up. You know, you see the lights going out. I definitely called up a couple people to let them know the type of problems that I'm having. You know what I mean? Because I'm like an OG. So I could literally, a nigga threatening me and doing shit like that, I could call up somebody, you know, and they know what's going on. You know, because like I'm an OG, I could sit back and relax with my feet up. You know? Because I know where my baby mother lived, and I know he lived there. Because I know where he live at. He got to walk out the door. Even if he got a car, he got to get in his car. You know? I'm calculated. Like, I'm a Capricorn. I'm really calculated. Like, I'll be outside the motherfucking house, see what time a nigga go to work, see what time a nigga leave, what time a nigga pull up, what type of car a nigga drive. Right? I do all of that. I'm calculated. You know? But I don't take threats lightly. I don't take threats lightly. It always be an ugly, and I'm kind of like on my way to being like a superstar. It always be an ugly ass nigga trying to kill a nigga. Like Nipsey, it was the ugly ass nigga that killed Nipsey Hussle. Jealous of a nigga. You know how many niggas is jealous of me just because I'm talented? You know? You hear them sirens? So before I let a nigga trick me off the street, let's see what the spirit world got to tell me. All praises to the Most High God, spirit guys, because, you know, I can't be killing niggas and shit, you know, and be around for my, I can't let a nigga trick me off the street like that, you know what I mean? Especially an ugly ass nigga, right? Especially an ugly ass nigga, the nigga's ugly, right? At least that's what my baby mother told me, that he ugly, right? You know how ugly niggas be mad because they ugly. So let's see. So you hear them sirens? What I'm hearing is that the ancestors already on it. You hear them sirens going back and forth like that? Already I'm hearing that the ancestors is already on it. All praise to the Most High God. Spirit guides, angels of the white light. This is a terrible situation to be in. This is why I stay to myself and I stay away from people, because people like try to bring trouble in your life, right? I gotta kill a nigga to be a father. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta go to war with a nigga over because I'm a fucking father. Because I don't want some nigga, he already shown like I don't want this nigga around my daughter, right? So. She definitely put herself in a hole. Having a nigga call my phone, that's definitely like an ultimate betrayal, right? So, right. Niggas calling me pussy and all, you a pussy, you a bitch. Like, I won't blow a nigga fucking whole head off. Like, what the fuck I look like? Some nigga that you just gonna do whatever, and you got my kid involved in this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with niggas though? But, like I said, I don't play that threatening shit. So, I always let niggas know what's up though. You know? I ain't tell nobody to do nothing to nobody, but I let niggas know what's up. So many this nigga, ancestors, so many this nigga that's calling my phone. I know he had cancer. I know he born July 18th. I got his phone number. I should tell everybody his phone number, but I ain't gonna do that right now. You know? Because I don't think he was smart enough. I don't think the nigga was smart enough to call me from a fake number. The nigga called me from his real number. Fucking idiot. And for a nigga to do some shit like that, I already look at him like, he fucking emotional. Like, I don't fuck with emotional niggas. I don't do emotions. He's the type of nigga to be fighting over a woman that's fucking somebody else. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You know what's funny? When I met my baby mother, she had me and her baby father doing the same thing. She had me and her baby father, who was her son's father. She had me and her baby father doing the same thing. Doing the same shit. You know? She literally, she had me and her baby father going back and forth doing the same shit. Now she got some nigga doing that. Now she got some nigga doing that with me. Right? You said you my cousin? XXX, you my cousin? What cousin are you? Because I don't mind giving y'all the nigga number. You know? Show me this nigga. This nigga born July 18th. This nigga ugly ass cancer, right? I know he got 2 sons. He got twins. He got 2 twin sons, right? And I know the address that he live at. Okay. You said we related through God, my nigga, right? Just know that I'm a calculated man. You know? I'm a real calculated Capricorns. We calculated. You know? All of that getting on the phone thread, you already fucked up doing, and you text me. So you already fucked up doing that. Right? Show me this nigga. I gotta turn him reverse. I gotta turn this nigga reverse. Show me this nigga. What name, let's see what name come up. We could call this nigga by his name. I think this nigga named James. Yeah. I think this nigga name is James. Let's see. Let's see. Cause he talking like he don't got 2 twins. He must don't give a fuck about his kids either. You never sleep on nobody. I don't sleep on what he capable of, and he shouldn't be sleeping on what I'm capable of, right? So, I think this nigga named James, right? I know he born July 18th. I know he stayed with my baby mother, so I know her address where she live at, right? I know it's only one entrance to come out the door, so you got to come out the door. Right? You know, just being calculated. All we got to do is sit outside and wait for the nigga to come out the door, or wait for the nigga to go in the door. That's all it takes. And he could do the same thing to me too, you know? Somebody said, bruh, through calculation, keep the messages and recordings because in the courtroom, she may be held liable and you could get your child through the system. Yeah, I already know I'm gonna win, you know? I already know I'm gonna win, you know? She made a house that, think about it. She moved a nigga in the house around my daughter, right? And then she's causing us like to go to war with each other. When the whole situation is, she got a nigga around my daughter. And she's a convict already. She's already a convict. Right? So, yeah. So, like I said, it ain't looking good for her. Show me this nigga though. Show me this nigga. Show me James. Show me James. July 18th, James. Show me James. We got the 3 of Pentacles, right? So these people that are grouped up together, 3 of Pentacles. This is people grouping up together. Right? Right? They grouping up together, right? Why they grouping up together? The King of Cups. Okay. They grouping up against the King of Cups, right? And I think that's me, right? The King of Cups is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Niggas don't, I'm a Cancer rising, by the way, right? That's somebody that's on the platform. So they grouping together up on somebody on the because somebody on the platform that get a lot of love. Niggas watch me niggas just watch me performing. Niggas be watching my videos. They be watching my lives. They watching now. They watching now. I know you watching now. Yeah, you watching now. Remember, I'm a bitch ass nigga though, right? That's what the text message say, that I'm a pussy and I'm a bitch ass nigga. A nigga is around my daughter right now calling me a pussy and a bitch ass nigga like I won't kill for my motherfucking daughter. Right? But I'm gonna be smarter than that. Right? Tell me more. We gonna work in threes. Show me this nigga. Collaborating against the King of Cups. Wow. 8 of Cups. That's me, an Earth Angel right there. Look at me. Right? Niggas forgot like I'm a Wayne nigga, like I'm an Earth Angel, right? Collaborating, the King of Cups, walking away. So niggas is mad, right? Niggas is mad because I said, I'm moving my spot in a couple of weeks. And I said, you know, I can't do nothing right now because you doing all this shit while I'm in the shelter. But in a couple of weeks, I'll be in my spot. You can't get custody of your kid if you're in the shelter. But in a couple of weeks when I move in my spot, my daughter got her own room and her name on the lease. Right? Collaborating, the King of Cups, walking away, right? Tell me about this walking away. The Fool. You know what it's giving right here? It's giving that I'm fucking lit. 3 + 4 = 7. That's a lot of people that show me love. See these people? It's a lot of people that want to work with me and show me love, right? Aries energy, Scorpio energy. Somebody feeling foolish because somebody walked away. So this is really like some hater shit right here, right? Gabby said, I'm pretty good about knowing about the system. I went through it myself. You get your spot, she is done for. Yeah, I'm moving my spot in 2 weeks. And my daughter got her own room. By the way, I'm a therapist. I've been working with kids for 20 years and I have no criminal record. She's already a convict. She already a convict. And she already kidnapped my daughter for 4 years. Now she got moved some strange ass nigga in the house, right? And now this nigga calling the phone threatening me. I already could see how that's gonna work, right? I'm gonna just pull a couple. Ancestors, what y'all gonna do? Cause you know, it's y'all, I told niggas I'm an Earth Angel. So my ancestors see what's going on. So they already got their eyes on that house. You know? They already got their eyes on him. They already on him, right? And her, right? What are y'all going, ancestors, what are y'all doing to this James dude? What are y'all doing to him? What are y'all gonna do to him? Cause I swear, like, I seen so many enemies fall coming for me, like I ain't even had to do nothing to him. Cause God like destroy him before he said she be calling you when you start beating her. No, that's what he gonna do. Start beating her ass, right? This is not good. Like I already told her, the nigga, when she started dating the nigga, the nigga, he ugly. So my baby mother only with him because he spent money on her, right? He spends money on her. He was getting her nails done, right? She ain't used to a nigga doing that. That's why she held it on to him, right? And then you moved in the nigga, she told me that he got his apartment, but he moved in her apartment, right? So you move into an apartment and a nigga moving to your apartment, but he got his own apartment too, that's a nigga that's trying to control you. He trying to make sure no nigga come in your house. Soon as she moved, and she lived in the shelter for 4 years. Soon as she moved in her apartment, he moved in her apartment. Right? It's gonna backfire. What? That's why my whole goal is to get my daughter out of that house before he start whooping her ass. Because my baby mother ain't shit. My baby mother don't know how to be faithful. My baby mother, this nigga spend money on her, right? But he think that he controlling her because he spend money on her. But she don't give a fuck about it. She tell that nigga to suck her dick and all of that shit. She don't give a fuck about a nigga spending money on her. Right? She don't got no loyalty. And she don't know how to be faithful. So while she at work, she probably met a nigga at work already. Then she got other niggas that she deal with while he living in the house. So that's something that's gonna blow up in her face. I just know I gotta get when he start whooping her ass and doing all of that shit, and then I already know that her son live in the house, right? And her son like 15 to 16, but he kind of big, right? When he start whipping her ass, her son gonna get involved and they gonna be fighting each other. They gonna be fighting each other, right? Her son not gonna sit back and watch a nigga whoop her ass or scream on her or do shit like that. So there's already a scenario that's waiting to be fucked up. I already seen her son stabbing him. And I told her that. I said, Keyshawn is gonna get a knife and stab that nigga. And all of this shit is gonna be her fault. Because she moved some nigga in around her daughter and around her son. And then you got a nigga beefing with her father, who been taking care of her and her, right? So I already know, you hear the sirens? I already know how she don't know how to be faithful. She's a narcissist. So he's gonna find that she's cheating on him and he gonna feel like a fucking fool. Like I said, when I met her, she told me that her baby father said he gonna kill both of us if he see us together. And I was doing the same thing on the phone, arguing with her baby father. Same thing she got that nigga doing now. Then she went to court with me and put a restraining order on her baby father. He ain't seen his son since then. Ancestors, what are y'all gonna do to this nigga? Because I don't feel sorry for him. Once you threaten me, it's off with your fucking head. Because he don't know who the fuck I am. So like he don't even know he got the whole spirit world on his ass. Right? So ancestors, what are y'all gonna do to this nigga? I'll take 3. That same 3 of Pentacles. Fighting over profits and who gets credit on a project leads to failure. Watch out for someone who is envious. You hear this? Watch out for someone who is envious. No one will compromise. Selfishness and preoccupation with profit and personal advancement will prevail. Putting individual needs above those of the group dooms new projects. Conflict at work and home. Conflict at work and home. So, looking at him, he got 2 twin boys. So, if he got 2 twin boys, right, that means he got a baby mother, right? So if he got 2 twin boys, how the fuck are you living with my baby mother? When do you see your kids? When do you see, you got 2 twin boys, but you living with my baby mother, right? And you supposed to have your own apartment too. So you living with my baby mother and you have your own apartment, right? That shit sounds stupid. And that's some narcissistic shit. And then he got a baby mother, right? So more than likely, he probably beefing with his baby. His baby mother probably got him on child support, right? Conflict at work and at home. Conflict at work and at home. Why conflict at work and at home? So it's gonna be conflict at work. It ain't gonna be no peace. It's gonna be conflict at work and at home. Why is conflict at work and at home? The devil. Look at that. Look at the devil. Inability to make it, looking for an easy score or get rich quick scheme. Shows weak character and lacks determination. Tendency to be aggressive, violent, and angry. Manipulative, controlling, cruel, and sadistic. Personality, self-understanding, and personal improvement. Money trouble. 3 and 15 equal 18. That's him. 18 represents a Cancer. He born on the 18th. Right? Tell me more. The High Priestess. Oh, that's somebody intuitive. That's his future right there. $15 and 3, 20, that's judgment. He actually might wind up going to jail. That's him right there. Oh, I already know everything. Bruh, I've been a teacher for 20 years. I work with kids for a living. I have no criminal record. She's a criminal. She's a criminal. And with all of this shit going on, she's the culprit behind all of this shit. So it already Pisces energy, Capricorn energy, judgment. It's some type of judgment. He might wind up going to jail. He could be like fucked up on child support or some shit. The High Priestess collaborating and the devil. It's some type of judgment. 20 and 9 equal 11. 11 is Libra energy, that's the police. Some gonna get him in, some gonna put him in jail. Some gonna put him in jail. You said, why don't I take my daughter away from the household? Because I stay in the shelter right now. I don't move into my place until 2 weeks. So I can't just go take my daughter out of the house. I can't go to court because it won't look good that I'm in the shelter. They're gonna be like, they'll give me custody of my daughter, but they're gonna be like, where's she gonna live at, in the shelter? Nah. She did all this shit when I was in the shelter. She did all this shit when I was in the shelter. So I gotta be patient because I'm moving to my spot in 2 weeks. You said him being a Cancer, he might do something to instigate me. Yeah, he might do something to instigate me, but he's a fucking dumbass Cancer. I'm a Capricorn. And by the way, I'm a Cancer rising. But I'm a Capricorn. A Cancer that don't got no chance against a Capricorn. Because they act on their emotions. I think about, even after all this shit is going on, you know, even though all this shit is going on, I'm calculated. He think on his emotions. When you're a man and you think on your emotions, you fuck up a lot of shit. You calling me a bitch ass nigga or pussy, like you just put me in, like, you know, you make me calculated. You know, now you got me calculating on how to defeat you. You know? It ain't good. It ain't good for a nigga to be emotional. That's some bitch ass nigga shit. You know? So it looked like he gonna be in the 9 of Swords. He's either gonna be sick in the hospital or he gonna be in jail. This regretting that they did something. Why he regretting that he did something? What he regret that he doing? Oh, cause now he know he fucked up. Cause then I text my baby mother, I said, you got a nigga calling and threatening my phone? You gave a nigga my phone number? Cause how you get my phone number? You got a nigga calling my phone threatening me? Right? You know you fucked up, right? You just helped my court case. You proved everything. You said I'm not that way myself. Some people are different. Just as you explain how he is, I can already tell he's jealous and want what you about to have through your blessing. Yeah, anybody could tell. Like I'm on. Like you see how much love I get. I'm not throwing my life away for any ugly. I'm not throwing. My baby mother said she don't want to go out there. She said his kids look like hamsters. She don't even want to go outside with the nigga because he ugly. I'm not arguing with no ugly ass nigga. I don't even like ugly people. I don't even like ugly people because they already mad because they ugly. You know what I mean? Why the Nine of Swords right here? Yeah. You said why I'm worried about his appearance? Because I don't trust ugly people. Ugly people always doing some jealous shit. I just don't trust ugly people. I don't even let boy-headed bitches do my daughter hair because my daughter got long hair. So I don't let boy-headed bitches do my daughter hair because they probably jealous of my daughter hair. You know? Yeah. Why this Nine of Swords right here though? I don't like, you know, I might not be the best look, but I'm handsome though. You know, I take my hat off, niggas be seeing my waves and shit. Niggas be mad as hell. Like, I know niggas be jealous of me. I know how to sing. I'm psychic. I got a lot of shit going for me. Niggas is mad. And one thing that you can't change is being ugly. You could dress nice, you could do all that shit, but if you ugly, you ugly. You can't change your face. That nigga face is ugly. You know? Why is this Nine of Swords right here? Because now somebody regretting doing something. I think the nigga, he did all that shit in his emotions. Now he's sitting back thinking like, damn, I don't got to pick of that nigga. I don't got to pick of him. You know? I don't got to pick of him. I know he ugly though. Show me why this nigga in the Nine of Swords. They go Cancer. Something about the police. Something about the police. Something about the police. 7 and 9, this nigga might get locked up in his car. If he drive, he might get pulled over in his car or some shit. This nigga already in trouble. That's the police right there, and that's somebody taking somebody to jail. 7 and 9, he go 16, that's a tower moment. He might get in a car crash. If he drive, he might get in a car crash. Because that's a car, or that's the police, and that's somebody in jail. So he might go to jail for something else. He probably already in trouble for some shit. Why is jail right here for him? The Lovers, Gemini energy. Why is jail? Somebody a Gemini? Why is jail out here? Somebody with choices? Why is jail out here? Because definitely the police out here and jail is out here. The King of Cups. Yeah. This nigga he might be like sitting down in jail. He either gonna be, look at that, 4 and 9 equal 13. That's like a death or an ending. Look at that. That's his future right there. Look at that. Look at this shit. You know, that's his future right there. And I don't mind coming online. You know, I don't mind sending a nigga to jail. I snitch on that nigga in any minute. What he do? Yeah, he threatened me. He told me he was gonna kill me, Your Honor. Yeah. Yeah, he live right here. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'll tell everything that nigga say. Everything she do, I'll tell the police. I don't give a fuck about that. We playing to win out here. This ain't no gang shit. Know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So it looked like, you know, show me my baby mother. What trifling ass. See the sirens? Hear the sirens? It's already up for them. Some of my baby mother. Yo, they gonna be arguing because the nigga called my phone. She probably don't even know, he said, do I love her? I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about her. I think she the scum of the fucking earth. I think she a convict. That's what I think she is. I think she a hood rat. I don't give a fuck about her. Especially after you done gave some nigga my phone number to threaten me. I don't give a fuck about her. That's some hood rat shit. You gonna have niggas fight like we fighting over you. I don't want that bitch. I don't fuck that bitch. I would never fuck that bitch. She's a hood rat. But the fact that you disrespected and moved some nigga around my daughter and then you got the same nigga calling my phone threatening me, and she already know I don't play about my daughter. So I don't know what she telling niggas to make a nigga think that that's okay to do some shit like that. It's so easy, you know. If I wanted to take that route, he wouldn't make it to tomorrow. It's so easy. Niggas kill niggas for $200 where I'm from. You know? Is he harming my daughter? He better not be. He better not be. What can I do right now? There's nothing I could do right now. There's nothing I could literally do right now. It ain't no marks on my daughter, you know. It's nothing that I could do right now. But wait till when I move out of here, I can do everything. I gotta wait 2 weeks. There's nothing I could do right now. I could go get emergency custody of my daughter, but I gotta have a place to bring her to. She did all this shit when I was in the shelter. She ain't do all this shit when I was in my spot. She did all this shit when I was in the shelter. You know? Show me her. Show me her energy right now. Show me her energy right now. All praise to the Most High God. That's a little relationship, right? King of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. She'll do whatever for money. She a hood rat. She'll do whatever for money. The government just cut her stamps for November, so she gonna use that nigga. That's why she got the nigga in the house. He paid the electric bill. He buy food. Cause they cut her stamps. That's why she moved the nigga in. If she had stamps and all that shit, she wouldn't even move the nigga in. I said that. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all when they cut food stamps and all that shit, chicks gonna be trying to live with it, have niggas living in the house. That's what they do. That's exactly what she did. So she gonna use that nigga for his money, but she still gonna cheat on him and shit like that. Cause she ain't faithful to nobody. So they gonna, like I said, karma gonna play out. You know? Karma gonna play out. But all that calling and threatening me shit, everything documented. So I let niggas in the hood know what's going on, and I'm playing both sides. You know, because if a nigga think they're gonna run up and do something to me, niggas already know where you live at, right? Not threatening nigga, because everybody on standby right now. You know, so we gon', you know, if it go the other way, it go the other way. But in the courts, he already made her lose. So I'm calculated. I play both sides. You know, if the streets gotta handle the nigga, and the streets will handle a nigga. But I'm gonna let the courts handle a nigga. You know? Because once my daughter is out of that environment, I don't give a fuck about what they do. I don't give a fuck about what they say. I don't give a fuck about them being together. I just want my daughter out of the fucking way. Only thing I give a fuck about is my daughter. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I don't give a fuck if they run off and go get married together. They already cursed. She cursed and he cursed. You know, I just want my daughter out of the scenario. You know, for her giving a nigga my phone number to do some shit like that against her daughter's father, she ain't think shit out, clearly. She definitely ain't think shit out. That's some hood rat, backstabbing ass shit to do some shit like that. You know? So, that's my time. You know? I'm gonna get ready to go to work. You know? Because I live a great life. And I refuse to throw my life away for some ugly bum ass niggas that ain't going nowhere in life. My future looking bright, and so is my daughter's. I just gotta get her the fuck out of that house. So, that's the scenario, y'all. I pray nobody else have to go through shit, but leave them hood rats in the trash. That's exactly what she is. This is what hood rats do. And they date hood rat ass niggas. You know? So, you know, if you watching, nigga, you right, I'm pussy. I'm a bitch ass nigga. All that shit you saying, that shit don't mean shit to me. All I give a fuck about, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about my baby mother. All I give a fuck about is getting my daughter out of that fucking house. And y'all could go be happy together. That's all the fuck, all that emotional shit, and you bitch ass nigga, all of that is like insecurity, cause you feel like my baby mother still want me or some shit like that. Nah, it ain't the case. Y'all go be happy together. I think y'all deserve each other. Cause I already know how she get down. So you spending your money, you paying the bills, you doing everything like a sucker would do. You a whole sucker, you know? So that's the only reason why she with you, cause you spending money on her. Yeah, but she don't got no loyalty. Yeah, because if you don't know, she depended on me for the last couple of years for everything. Now she got you calling my phone threatening me. She did the same shit with me and her baby father. That's some hood rat shit. You trying to fight over a fucking hood rat. Y'all can have that shit. All I give a fuck about is my daughter, nigga. At the end of the day, you gonna be ugly and you always gonna be ugly. And at the end of the day, she always gonna be a convict. She always gonna be a hood rat. And at the end of the day, I will get custody of my daughter. All right, and that's all I give her. Once my daughter out of that house, go be married. All right? That's my time, y'all. Peace and love. We lit. Damn, we so lit. We got niggas mad because they can't live like us, or look like us, or sing like us, or be talented like us. You ugly face motherfucker. One.